Hello, my name is Hurun and I'm the Chairman and Chief Researcher of the Hurun Report. Now, the metaverse is a concept that a lot of people are trying to get their heads around. We know it's going to be very big in the future, but we don't know quite what that future is going to look like, and we don't know which companies are going to really take us to that future as well. Perhaps what left me with a very deep impression recently was when the world's most valuable company, Apple, it's now worth a mega $3 trillion, and they just recently launched their Vision Pro headset. And that was their sort of marker to say that they're looking to develop an ecosystem for the metaverse and bring in more and more developers and applications into that system. So with this as a background, I'm delighted today to bring you the highlights of our 2023 Hurun China Metaverse Companies with the greatest potential. We're releasing it today in Nansha district of Guangzhou city, down in the south of China. And Nansha, I'd like to point out, is one of the most dynamic districts in the whole of China. It's got a whole lot of special government policies to help develop and further, not just the metaverse, but specifically innovative companies. The top 200 list, and actually they're all companies that are worth $1 billion or more, because you basically need to have a pretty sizable war chest to be a company in China, a big country like that, with the greatest potential for the metaverse itself. We did a little bit of analysis as to which companies there are. Well, top two are Alibaba and Huawei. And I think it's worth pointing out here that these two companies are not just top two in China, but they probably make the best part of the top 10 in the world, along with the likes of Apple, I just mentioned before, Meta, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, the chip maker NVIDIA also just became a $1 trillion business, and so on and so forth. So they're doing some very serious stuff in the metaverse, or preparing for the metaverse today. Just behind them, you've got the likes of Baidu, Tencent, NetEase, and then Jingdong, or JD as it's known, and so on and so forth. We did some research into what these companies are actually main business today. It's entertainment, number one. 33 of the 200 companies, 15%, give or take, are doing entertainment, followed by software and data and analytics, and followed by consumer electronics, and so on and so forth. So you've got the software and the hardware there as well. We did some analysis as to where these companies are. Well, half are coming from Beijing, Shanghai, and Shenzhen. And today, Guangzhou on this list has overtaken Hangzhou, which is good, since we're releasing this list in Guangzhou today. And one of the things that struck me as well is that it's the second year of doing this list. And 57 of the companies on this year's list were not there last year. 57 new faces on the company. Partly, perhaps because they've just gone through the $1 billion mark and they were pretty decent last year. But partly also because this industry is evolving at breakneck speed, and so there's a lot of interesting new businesses coming out. 77 companies from last year's list are no longer make the cut, so just to also give you a bit of a flavor as well. So there you have it, just a very brief overview, and thank you very much for your interest as always. And we love putting out lists. We're putting out lists in lots of different spheres, and today we're in Guangzhou, in Nansha district, and holding the China Metaverse Summit. And so we invited probably just under half of the metaverse companies with the greatest potential and their representatives to our event today. So it's a pretty cool topic. And whilst the future is still a little unclear as to what it's going to end up like, all I can say is that the values of these companies are growing pretty rapidly. So if you're interested in the metaverse in China, start with this list. It should be a very good way to start. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Bye-bye.